Gavin Lorenzo.
And I'm Kevin Penny.
And this is the Halloween episode of Panther News.
We have a lot in store for you today, beginning with our news team interviewing the students about the problems in the student parking lot.
On today's Panther News episode, we're talking about the parking lot lines and how they affect student drivers.
I couldn't see the lines, but I really had to pee, so I just parked wherever and ran inside.
We asked a student and teacher what they think about the parking lines.
Every time I pull in the mornings, the person in front of me is always parked a little bit in my spot, so my Jeep ends up being halfway in the road and gets in other people's way.
So I have had issues in the parking lot before where people have parked too close to me, but the fact that we do have lines helps, because without the lines, people really have nothing to guide them. And so, people aren't always very good drivers, so those lines can really help, especially with our young drivers.
Hi, I'm Kayla Morgan. I'm reporting from the teacher-faculty parking lot. As you can tell, there are visible white lines in this parking lot, and as you can see, this is very nice parking, nothing like the student parking lot.
Them are some good-looking lines.
I've contacted Mr. Byron Roberts at Aztec about the proper paint that we need for painting the lines in the parking lot.
Fender benders are decreased with painted lines.
No more fender benders!
What is up, Cell Creek students? Today I'm here with
Olivia
And Alex.
and Misa, and today we will be judging the best and worst parking in the school.
Now for our first award, we got the best parking out of the school right here. Honda Civic.
And for the second bestest, goodest parking award, we will be giving it to this amazing black Ford truck. Good job.
Finally, for the bestest, worstest parking job goes to this GMC.
Well, there you have it, guys. That was the bestest / worstest parking awards for Cell Creek. This is me,
Alex.
Olivia.
signing out. Thank y'all. Please don't kill us.
Craig.
Thank you, team. And I will say it is hard to park with no parking lots.
Yeah, well, I don't drive. Next up, students are probably aware of the new detention policy and probably still have questions about it.
We had our team reach out to the administration to give you the inside scoop.
Students came back from fall break with new policies that have been put into place regarding student behavior.
Starting with the new detention policy, if you have 3 offenses, you will have after-school detention on Tuesday and Thursday from 2:30 to 3:30.
Students receive offenses by being tardy to class or not being prepared for class, and having a cell phone in class.
Not being prepared for class means not bringing everything you need, including a charged Chromebook.
Additionally, the high school bathrooms will be locked during lunch to prevent students from eating in the bathroom.
Let's give it to Alex and the Panther Screaming News on their take on the new policies.
Alright, thank you, Olivia. Now on for Screaming News. So I have my acquaintance, Jackson Moore, and Billy Powell. Jackson Moore, how do you feel about these new rules?
Well, I feel like detention is necessary for a lot of students.
You feel like detention is necessary?
Yes, I do feel like detention is necessary.
Why would we need something like detention at our school?
Because it is very important. It sets
Why?
boundaries.
Why is it important?
Because we need it. Kids need it.
We don't need detention.
Calm down.
Since the start of online classes, some students have been struggling with getting schoolwork done. Zooming is no longer required for teachers, which can lead to problems for quarantined students. We asked fellow Sale Creek student Ethan Reed, who has been quarantined, and Mr. Whetstone, a Sale Creek teacher, what their thoughts on quarantine were.
Really affected my ability because I wasn't able to hold myself accountable. It's actually really hard. When there's no teacher Zooming, you don't really know what you have to do because they don't really give you reassurance of what to do, and it is really hard to catch up after being quarantined.
Definitely in person for a multitude of reasons. I think that even if you can conduct a class online, you miss a very important human connection that you get in the classroom, and I think that's problematic. So you have to be very self-directed in your learning. which is usually it's more common to see online learning in like college and graduate level courses. A lot of perfectly bright students suffered too much from depression and lost the will to succeed because you're stuck in your bedrooms or you're stuck in isolation and you don't have the comforts of social interaction, which humans are social creatures and we need that.
Well, thank you.
Okay.
Now that we're seniors, Miss Seaman thinks that we should get our life together.
Therefore, Ms. Zeman brought in a motivational speaker to talk to us about the path we're going down.
Yes, hello there. My name is Matt Foley, and I am a motivational speaker. Now let's begin by letting me give you a little scenario of what my life's all about. First off, I am 35 years old, I am thrice divorced, and I live in a van down by the river. Now you may be asking yourselves, well, Matt, I just want to go out and get the world by the tail, wrap it around, pull it down, and put it in my pocket. Well, I'm here to tell you that you're probably going to find out as you go out there that you're not going to amount to jack squat. You're going to be living on a steady diet of government cheese and living in a van down by the river. Young man, what do you want to do with your life?
I actually want to be a writer.
Well, la-di flippin' da! I can't see very well. Is that Bill Shakespeare over there? Well, to me it seems like you're not using your papers for writing, but for rolling doobies. You're going to be doing a lot of doobie rolling when you're living in a van down by the river. Young lady, what do you want to do with your life?
Well, I actually want to live in a van down by the river.
Well, you'll have plenty of time to live in a van down by the river when you're living in a van down by the river.
And now on to sports. It's been a busy week for the Sale Creek football team and volleyball team. The football team has once again made the state playoffs, and the volleyball team has made the state tournament.
Here are the sports reporters with details on the games.
The volleyball season has come to an end with an impressive fifth in state.
The Lady Panthers took a dominating route all the way to the state tournament, and in the district tournament, the Panthers had a dominating victory over the Whitwell Tigers for the championship.
In regional play, the Panthers swept both opponents, Cascade and Eagleville, with a 6-0 set record.
And in the sub-state game, the Panthers beat East Robertson. The Panthers are very young with only 2 seniors on the team, and the future looks bright for the upcoming years.
Last Friday, October 22nd, the Sale Creek football team faced Cosby with many great plays. Senior Camden Penny threw a 37-yard pass to Nick Hall. A 39-yard pass to Cale Mooningham. And a 15-yard touchdown run by Drew Hillian. The offense had a total of 431 yards, 200 passing yards, and 231 running yards. The defense had 1 fumble recovery. Senior Drew Hillian had 5 touchdowns, junior Nick Hall had 2 touchdowns, and junior Garrett Hart had a touchdown in the late 4th quarter. The win for the Panthers ended with a winning score of 57-6.
Ethan Reed.
I'm Bank Shaw.
And this is going to be our second episode of Banks on Banks. This time we're going a little bit of a different route. So, when you're fishing, and what is the best freshwater fish to eat?
Best freshwater fish to eat is probably catfish, crappie, or walleye. They're probably the most tender, and that's just the most popular fish to eat. I personally like eating crappie better than anything else.
Alrighty. What would be your favorite fish to eat? Well, like, how do you cook your favorite fish?
Well, first thing you do, you obviously clean it, take the skin off of it. Then what you want to do, you want to have like a deep fryer. I like frying it. You can grill it, but deep frying is definitely the best way. So you want to have batter. So first you clean your fish, wash it off, and like you dip the fillet in like milk or something where the batter will stick to it, and you cover it in batter as much as you can, and you put it in the deep fryer. And once it's floating, it's done, and then you're ready to eat it.
Alrighty. Well, that concludes our second episode of Banks on Banks. Thank you.
Coach Helton. Coach Helton, we're going to ask you about your favorite Halloween movies. What's your favorite Halloween movie?
Oh, my favorite Halloween movie. I remember Halloween, the movie. Is that with Jason? I think that's Jason. Yeah. The first time I saw it, scared to death. I had nightmares for 3 weeks. So, don't like that, but I guess that would be my fave.
So do you watch?
My favorite Halloween movie is Scream.
Favorite Halloween movie.
Hocus Pocus.
Favorite Halloween movie.
Movie Halloween.
Okay. What is your favorite Halloween movie?
Halloween. Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
And the Great Pumpkin, right?
Yeah, Charlie Brown. Okay, what is your favorite Halloween movie?
I already told you Hocus Pocus. Probably Nightmare on Elm Street.
Cool. Thank you.
And that is this week's episode of Your Panther News.
Thanks for watching. See you next time.